Missy's super duper royal deluxe school play. Chapter 1 Rotten Old Peanut. This is Masla Abigail Rose, but everyone calls her Missy. This is Missy Cat Pink. La 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 la, meow. Everyone calls him Pink. Missy has dreams, big dreams. She dreams of being a star. I will have my own dressing room. I will have a dessert named after me. I will turn in the spotlight. I will be famous. I will wear clothes that sparkle. Missy dreams of being a star so famous that she does not have to go to school when she does not want to. Do read my thoughts solely to do. I am not going to school. What? Missy's mother could not understand why Missy did not want to go to school today. But Missy, today is your school play about George Washington cover. You were really looking forward to it. Why does you want to go? Why? I'll tell you why. On Monday, my teacher, Mrs. Snodgrass, handed out our parts of the play. I got a rotten part. I got the part of Peanut. On Tuesday, we got our line for the play. I didn't get a single line. Can you believe it? A peanut who doesn't talk. On Wednesday, we had a play practice. I found out there are lots of peanuts, and we all have to sing. So I am Peanut who doesn't talk, but who sings. Then on Thursday, we got our costume. I didn't get a fun costume. I got a ball-bound costume. So I am boring, rotten old Peanut who doesn't talk, but who sings and is brown. Now it is Friday, and I am not going to be a peanut. Not going to be in that play and not going to school today. Sorry, Peanut, but you are going to school today. Chapter 2 Cover Shemmer. Quiet down. I know you are very excited about the George Washington cover play today, but we have a busy day and blah blah blah. When Missy got to school, she did not want to hear any more from Miss Snodgrass about the play, and she wanted to just forget about the peanut. Let's take our seats. It's time to share our George Washington cover report. Who like to go first? Missy had forgotten about the report that was due today. Missy did not want to go first. Missy did not want to go at all. One by one, the other students shared their report. Alice made a mobile. This is my George Washington cover mobile. Tiffany brought peanut butter snacks. George Washington cover ate a lot of peanuts. Pale made a drawing. His George Washington hold a peanut. Taylor made a map, and he lived here or is here. Victor made a model. I made this out of peanut. Then it was Oscar's turn. Oscar was not a talker. Oscar was a thinker. He just stood in front of the class. He did say a word, not one single word. Oscar always had a rough time getting started, but once Oscar got going, he had all those of interesting things to share. This is my report about George Washington cover. George Washington cover was born in 18 64. As a boy, George loved plants. When he grew up, he went to school to learn all about them. Help! One day, George heard that the local farmers were in trouble. Yum! Bo Weevil betwixt her eating all their cotton plants. Somebody needed to do something. George came up with a plan. He told the farmers to plant peanut instead of cotton. Boll weevils do not eat peanut. Hip hip hooray! The farmers were safe. George Washington cover was amazing. Oscar even brought in his excellent collection to share, and there was a real boll weevil beetle in it. When it was Missy's turn, she walked to the front of the room. Even though she hadn't written her report, she did have a few things to share. George Washington was an important man. It invited peanuts and old weevils, and also his face is a dollar bill because he was our first president, and I brought in this bar of soap that sort of looked like there a face in it, and before Missy could finish, Miss Snodgrass stopped her. Excuse me, Missy, I would just to clear up a few details before we go any further. George Washington Carver was a scientist. He was not our first president. His face is not the dollar bills. He did not invent peanut or bowls of weevils. And Missy, please see me after school. Cover Shane Murver. Chapter 3. Tall, sharpish, and clap. Bravo, Temple, lickly split. Mrs. next class was music. Miss Dee was the music teacher. Miss Dee talked loudly, waved her hand a lot, and used fancy words. In music, Missy liked to play the drums and recorder. She liked to play music bingo too. Drum, xylophone, ukulele, recorder. But today they weren't going to do any of those things. Today they were going to practice for the school play. While the other students went over their lines, the peanuts practiced their song and dance. All right, peanuts. This is our last chance to rehearse before this afternoon play. And 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. At first, Missy did feel like singing, but when they got to her favorite part, Missy joined in right in. Missy, Dee, and Missy was singing too loud. Way too loud. Hold it. Next, the peanut practiced their move for the song. But Missy's team was off. When it was time to throw the shaft, when it was time to show, she clapped. And when it was time to clap, she cheered. Hold it, ow! Miss Dee said she was the perfect place for Missy. She put Missy into a back row. Huh? Seriously? Missy was ready to music to end. Lunch was next. Missy was ready for lunch. Missy was ready for a change. Chapter 4. Meatloaf. At lunchtime, things did change. They got worse. Much worse. Missy couldn't find her lunchbox anywhere. She wondered that it could be. Where is it? At home? No. At the bus stop? No. Stolen by aliens? No. On the bus? Oh no! Missy had left her lunchbox on the school. No lunchbox meat to chocolate pudding, no orange smiles. Sandwich, orange smiles, juice box, chocolate pudding. No lunchbox means Missy would have to eat. Miss loved and Brussels sprout. Today menu. Yuck. Missy hated Brussels sprouts and she certainly didn't trust the meatloaf. When Missy sat down, all everyone talked about was the play. They talked. I got the part of the farmer wife because of my curly hair. I get to be a cow, and I have 6 lines, and I know them all my heart. And they talk. I get to wear a hat with a flower and ribbons. I am going to wear a real lamb carved and carry a jar of boll weevils, and the talk lines play, costume star, music fun. That's it. I've had it. Why don't I have any lines? Why don't I have a fun costume? Why do I have to be a peanut? Just then the bell rang. Missy heard sang. It was time to put on our costume. Ring, ring. All right, student, it's showtime. I hate peanut. Chapter 5. Light plays action. While in the audition took their seats, the students lined up backstage. The play was about to begin. The students were told to keep their eyes and ears open. Listen carefully. I will call you when it is your turn to go on stage. Be ready. Then the play was underway. There was a man named George Washington Carver. Missy sat backstage and waited. I hate brown. I hate everything about the brown. Why wasn't George Washington Carver was present, and it wasn't then why is he on the dollar bill? You know who should be a dollar bill? Boll weevils. The boll weevils is cold bug. Why isn't there a boll weevils in the play? If there were a boll weevils in the play, I will be sparkly. Real sparkly. What this peanut costume really need is some sparkle. And made of boll. Do boll weevils have a horn up, and always with a super beetle? Do boll weevils have trays? These are boll weevil boots. What about a queen boll weevil? What isn't there a boll weevils in the play? There should be at least one. Calling all peanuts. Oh no! Missy watched as Oscar walked slowly on the stage. Then he stopped. He started out in the audience. Chapter 6, A Little Bit of Sparkle. Oscar was George Washington Carver. This was a big sense, but he didn't say a word. Not one single word. When Oscar stopped, the entire play stopped. The cow didn't move. The farmer wife didn't know when to say her lines. The peanut didn't dance and sing. But Missy knew that once Oscar got going, he would be fine. Somebody just need to do something. Missy smiled. She had unplanned. This play needed something special, and Missy knew exactly what it was. This play needed some sparkle. Missy the boll weevils twirled out from behind on the other peanut, and she sparkled. She shoved over to Oscar. Hello, George Washington Carver, the man who wasn't a famous scientist and not our first present. I am Missy the boll weevil. She clapped and sang and danced in the spotlight. Huh? Is that? Are we? Why did Hello call Leaping Lizard? What is Missy doing? I think she's dancing. What? Missy was a star. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, away! I am a boll weevil beetle today. Ta-da! That was all it took. Just like that, the play was back on the track. Oscar said his line, Try Planet Peanut. The cow remembered to moo. The farmer's wife knew when to say her lines. Peanut. And as the curtain fell, Missy added one last twirl because a little bit of the sparkle goes a long way. Everyone agrees that not only was this the best player ever, super duper royal deluxe.